Hey, what's up YouTube? What's going on? Back here with another video today. And in today's new video, what we're gonna be talking about is an exercise that you may want to think twice about before performing or stay clear of. And the exercise that we're gonna be talking about is the traditional Superman exercise that you may see prescribed by many clinicians or coaches for individuals to strengthen their lower back, or just for individuals looking to even strengthen their lower back. They may incorporate this exercise into a workout routine. So for those of you guys that don't know what the Superman exercise is, what it involves is an individual lying prone on the ground, and they shoot into a hyperextended position. So their arms and legs are extended outwards, and they shoot into a hyperextended position. And while this may be a good exercise for strengthening the low back and getting good muscle recruitment and muscle activity in the low back, it does place a high compressive force on the low back. So if we looked at any of McGill's research, McGill actually looked at the compressive forces from this specific exercise. And what he measured and found was that with each Superman exercise or repetition, there was a compressive force of about 1,350 pounds placed on the lower back and that hyperextended spine. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what is the importance of this? Well, if we look to the NIOSH safety equation, which is the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, they set a limit of about 3,300 newtons of compressive force as a safety limit or cutoff. So that would be equal to about 750 pounds of compressive force roughly. So if we're producing about 1,350 pounds of compressive force from one repetition of a Superman exercise, that is just about double the NIOSH safety limit. And so that is why that exercise can be very troublesome and can be very problematic for many because of that compressive penalty. So just based on that research, this is an exercise that I would not incorporate in any of my workout programs or for any of my clients or any athletes that I'm working with. And it's something you may want to stay clear of as well because of that compressive penalty that it is creating. Now, while it does strengthen the low back, and it does elect a high amount of muscle activity in the low back, a better exercise or a better alternative may be the bird dog. So the reason why the bird dog would be a better alternative is because we're still strengthening that lower back musculature, but we're staying in a neutral spine position now. So for the bird dog, all it involves is we have our hands right below our shoulders, knees on the ground here, bracing our abdominals, and then we're just extending outwards with our opposite arm and opposite leg. And we want to prevent any rotation at the pelvis, and we want to make sure we're stable and keeping that neutral position. Now, why the bird dog is a better alternative? Well, it may not elect the same muscular activity. The compressive penalty from it is only about 3,000 newtons of compressive force, or the equivalent to about 650 pounds of compressive force, which is below that NIOSH safety limit. So we're staying below that NIOSH safety limit in terms of the compressive force on the low back, and we're still developing the same muscles as we would with a Superman exercise, but we're not getting that same compressive penalty as we would with a Superman exercise. Now, in my opinion, it's just never a good idea to be placing that much compressive force onto a hyperextended spine with each repetition, because that's how problems are going to develop. And we often see this exercise being prescribed in a rehab or even in a strength and conditioning scenario for individuals, which can be very problematic and troublesome if a coach or clinician is prescribing that, or if an individual is doing that, because it's not the best choice for developing the low back because of that compressive penalty, like I mentioned, and it could cause problems. And specifically when going into the hyperextended position, that could be maybe causing extension-based issues in the long run if we were to continuously do that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's something that a lot of people probably don't know about or don't recognize or realize. But when you look into the field of strength and conditioning or even ergonomics, understanding the different compressive forces, what exercises are better than other, can go a very long way in determining how a program should be structured for an individual in terms of an injury prevention point of view. Because at the end of the day, if someone sustains an injury, then they're not going to be able to perform, whether that's do their job, maybe playing a sport, or just doing a traditional work job that you may see from a 9 to 5. If they can't perform, their performance is going to be limited, and their career or longevity may be limited as well, which is the last thing that we want. We want to avoid injuries as much as possible. So changing things up like this is critical and important in understanding the different kind of compressive forces that we may see with certain exercises, because that will determine what will be the appropriate prescription that we may need to advise for an individual, or for what an individual may need to perform to maybe develop certain muscles or whatnot. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tip. And with all that being said, stay clear of the Superman exercises because it's not the best in my opinion. There are better exercises out there, such as the bird dog, to strengthen the similar musculature in the low back without getting that same compressive penalty that we may see with a Superman exercise. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. I wish you guys all the best and a successful and productive day, and take care.